what you do today, it matters. What you do today is what defines who you are tomorrow. If you're in a season right now and you're trying to do better, you're trying to be more, you're trying to be a better man, I am telling you, you have to push through the hurt. You have to push through the noise. You have to push through even when you don't see the outcome, even when you don't see the results that you want to see. Because I am telling you that everything you ever wanted is on the other side of this season. If you feel stuck, I am telling you that everything you ever wanted is on the other side of this season. And when you come out of this stagnation, you're going to have access to a blessing that you've been praying for. But the biggest thing to understand is on the other side of this war. Right? And thinking about my situation, bro, and for me, it was starting to post on social media. I remember how stuck I felt. I was posting, waking up each and every single day, putting in the work, showing up for myself, and it was like every single day wasn't amounting to anything. I didn't have any physical results in that moment, but I had to operate off of faith. And I remember how hard it was for me to wake up some days and force myself to do the things that I know I needed to do, because I knew that today it might not pay off, just like the last 5 days didn't. And this is the thing, bro. This is where you really find out what kind of man you are. This is where you really figure out your character. This is how you really figure out how bad you want to be successful, how bad you actually want that goal, how bad you actually want to bring that dream to life. It's in a time like now where you feel like you're showing up for yourself, you're showing up for your goals, you're showing up for your dreams each and every single day, and you're not seeing any sort of payoff. This is where true character is formed. Because I am telling you, yo, the blessing that you've been praying for is on the other side of this, bro. And I've been there one too many times in the season of being stuck. It never really goes away. And I think there's two reasons why the season of stuckness, stagnation happens. It's because you either know you could be doing more and you're choosing to settle for less, and in that you feel stuck, or it's either you've been doing more and you're not seeing the results that you want, and you're questioning whether you should dial in even harder. Right? That's what causes this season of stagnation and stuckness, bro. I remember showing up for myself each and every single day, like I was saying, putting in the work, doing what I felt I needed to do to make something happen, to make growth towards my dreams of being a content creator full time, to being able to post online and running my own business. Right? Even when it came to my online coaching business, I remember showing up each and every single day, putting the stories up, posting the reels, and not seeing a payoff. And I cannot stress this enough. You have to push through this season, right? And if you're watching this and you feel alone, like you're the only one going through the season, I'm promising you, everyone has a season where they feel like they're stuck, where they feel like they're putting in all of the inputs and they're not seeing an output. Everyone goes through it. But the ones that come out on the other side are the ones that access the blessing. You gotta understand that you're walking through a battlefield right now. Right? And everyone's stuck, they're stagnant, they're in one battleground, right? They're all fighting to make ground. Either it's forward, or some people are getting pushed back, right? But you're in a war right now. And around you are a bunch of carcasses. Those carcasses represent people who gave up in the season, people who gave up and lost the battle in this war, right? Those are the people that gave up faith. Those are the people that stopped believing that tomorrow could be the day that I could blow up. Could be the day that my life changes. Could be the day that I make the first sale and my life will never be the same. Those carcasses represent dead dreams that were lost in this battlefield. Because that's what it is. You're in a battlefield right now. You're in a war. And in this war, everything is stagnant. You had both sides trying to fight to gain ground. You had your flesh that's telling you, nah, it's not worth it. Don't post that reel. Don't go to the gym today. Don't show up for yourself today, because you know what? It's not going to pay off. You're not going to see a return on it. Right? And you won't for a long time, so it doesn't make sense to put in the work now. And then you got your spirit telling you that God is calling you to step out into bigger and better things. You got your spirit telling you that you need to do this, you need to take this step today, and you need to believe that tomorrow's going to be the day that your life will never be the same. Right? That's the war that you're in right now. It's between your flesh and your spirit. And ultimately, those carcasses are the people that lost to their flesh. Those are the people that succumb to their circumstances. Those are the people that succumb to the fear of not actually making it to where they want to be. And if you have an ounce of fear in your heart, you need to do a deep dive. You need to understand that everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Right? So you need to push past the unknown. You need to push past the areas where it feels like you're putting in work and you're not seeing a result. Being faithful that if I show up each and every single day, it is only a matter of time before my dreams become a reality, before my online business comes to light, before I never have to go and work this 9-to-5 job that I hate going to every single day. Because that's what it was for me. I remember showing up each and every single day, going to Starbucks every single day and hating it. Right? And hate's a very strong word, and I rebuked it in Jesus' name. But I remember showing up for that job each and every single day and absolutely despising it. Right? The fact that I had to throw on a fake smile, pretend like I was happy to be there when I knew that God was calling me for more. And in the season, like I was telling you, I was putting in the inputs. I was showing up every day. I was posting my reels. I was doing what I needed to do to actually make my dreams a reality. And in that season, it felt like I was making absolutely no progress. No progress whatsoever, bro. I remember, and I felt so stuck and I felt so confused. And there were so many times where I wanted to give up. So many times where I literally wanted to throw in a towel. Being in my bed, finish editing a reel at 3 a.m. and sitting there, yo, is this even worth it? Is this even worth it? Because the last 5 days I showed up for myself. I did what I needed to do to post a reel, and guess what? It got 15 likes. It got 15 likes, 30 likes. Is this worth me showing up each and every single day, bro? I remember being there, doing everything I needed to do to make my online fitness coaching business thrive, showing up, putting in the work with my clients, going to the gym, dialing in with the gym content, doing what I needed to do, and not seeing a payoff, not seeing money in my bank account. In this season, I was completely destroyed. My flesh was destroyed, mind you. But the reason I made it to the other side is because my spirit, you have more to give. You're set out on this earth to be more than just a Starbucks barista. And now you might be a Starbucks barista today, but you need to have faith and you need to believe that if you do what you need to do today, that tomorrow might be the day. Post that reel and blow up for the first time ever, and your life will never be the same. Today might be the day where you post that reel and you sign your first client and you never go back to working your 9-to-5 job again. Today might be the day where you leave your Starbucks barista job and you might not ever go back. And I had to keep that faith. I had to keep that faith. I had to believe, and I had to entrust my dreams to God and focus on showing up each and every single day for God, knowing that He set me out to not just be your average Starbucks barista, but He had more in store for me. Now, I might not see that blessing, that vision, that calling that He has in person, but in faith, I know that the evidence is already there. It's already on the way. So I was moving like it was already done. And in this season of stagnation, where I wasn't seeing the results, where I wasn't getting the views, where I wasn't seeing the money, where I was going to a 9-to-5 that I hated, where I'd put on my Starbucks gown and I would sit at the window putting on a fake smile. In this season, I knew that the blessing was coming. I knew that the blessing was coming. And that's what got me through it. In this season where you feel stuck and you're making no progress, you have to know that your blessing is coming, but it requires you to show up. It requires you to show up. How can you be entrusted with a blessing if you can't show up for the blessing? God is not going to give you a responsibility that you cannot bear. You have to show up today knowing that it matters. That's why I'm telling you it matters. What you do today, it matters. It is shaping you into the man that you need to become to cultivate the blessing that God is going to put on your life. You want a successful online coaching business, you need to move like you're that guy today. You need to do what that guy would be doing today. You need to act as if that blessing is already in your hands and you need to take care of it today. Right? Some of you guys want the blessing, but you're not willing to go through the war. You're not willing to defeat your flesh. You're not willing to overcome wanting to go to bed early. You're not willing to give up the hours with your friend. You're not willing to give up those things. Right? Or some of you might. Honestly, I was in a space where I have given up those things. And I was solely focused on my dream. But you gotta understand, the war's not done just because you sacrificed a couple of things. The war just begun. Now you're actually in a battlefield where you're fighting against your old self. And you're fighting against the one that you want to become. Right? You need to fight against the fearful thoughts. And fill your mind with faithful thoughts. Right? That's the war that you're in right now. Is the work that I'm putting in today actually worth it? That's why you feel stuck. You feel like it's not worth it. Because if you knew that your progress bar was getting 1% better each and every single day, you would show up every day. And that is a matter of the fact. So the fact that we still stuck right now is like, we think that the work that we're putting in today, it doesn't matter. It does. And I want you to get this, bro. It does matter. And I promise you that it is only a matter of time until you get to where you want to be. And on the other side of this battlefield is everything you ever wanted, is an overflow of clients that God is sending your way, is an overflow of blessings that is coming your way. But God wants to know how you handle this season before he blesses you with what he's going to bless you with. You feel me? He's not going to bless you with something that you don't deserve, that you don't have the ability of actually handling. Just like the parable of the talents, where the master came and he blessed one of his servants with 5 gold bags. He blessed the second servant with 2 gold bags, and he blessed the last servant with 1 gold bag. The first 2 servants with the 5 and the 2 bags went out and they multiplied. They took the blessing and they made more from it. That one that got 1 blessing, he took the blessing and he hid it. He dug it into the ground until the master came back from his journey. And he said, Master, here I have the same blessing that you gave me. Out of fear, I dug it into the ground. I didn't want to lose what you entrusted me with. And the master said, you wicked and unfaithful servant. Right? God is going to bless you according to your ability. I want you to read that verse. It is Matthew 24, or is it Matthew 25? It's in Matthew either 24 or 25. The parable of the talents. Some of you guys in your Bible, it might say the parable of the bags of gold. And God, it says, God will bless you according to your ability. Now, if you don't have the ability to cultivate that blessing, what makes you think he's going to entrust you with something that you cannot handle? Right? In this season, he's trying to see if you can actually handle it. Matter of fact, he's preparing you to handle it. The blessing is on the way, but he's preparing you and building up your ability so that you can actually cultivate the blessing that he's going to entrust you with. Right? You can take what he's given you and you can go out in the world and multiply. You can change lives with your online fitness coaching business. You can post content at a high level. But in this time of refinement, it takes you showing up each and every single day, posting, not seeing a good outcome, posting, not seeing the results that you want to see. It takes that for refinement so that you can get your content to a point and a space where you actually post and you change lives. Your blessing is on the way. It's on the way. You understand? Your blessing is on the way. You need to get excited. I remember going through that season, and then I woke up and realized that, my blessing is on the way. The successful business I always wanted, it's on the way. The full-time job that I always wanted, working for myself, is on the way. So what am I wasting time? Am I gonna waste time just being upset? Am I gonna waste time focusing on the results, or am I gonna entrust and have faith that the blessing is already on the way? Because right now I'm wasting a whole lot of brain space wondering what if this is not worth it, when I could be focused on the blessing and making that blessing actually come to light sooner. Where are you putting your focus? Is it on fear or is it on faith? Because I promise you, the moment that you dial in on your faith, your life can change in 3 months. I remember staying consistent, and in that season where I was posting and not seeing results for 3 to 4 months, and then bang, first viral video, 2 million views. My life has never been the same. Never been the same. But it's because I kept showing up each and every single day. Each and every single day. I never let myself slip because I knew that the blessing was on the way, bro. And I get excited talking to y'all. I get excited talking to y'all men out there that are listening to this and you guys feel stuck. I'm grateful you feel stuck. You know why? Because you're growing. You're growing. And in this season, God is cultivating the ability so you can handle the blessing that is on the way. Act and move. Talk to that coworker as if your blessing is on the way. Talk to your family as if that blessing's on the way. Talk to your friend as if that full-time business that is in your own name is on the way. And it is only a matter of time before it is there. And I get excited. And I hope y'all boys watching this get excited, because I know it's on the way for you. I know it's on the way for you. But you gotta show up. You gotta stay consistent. You gotta keep at it. Right? Because it matters. And I want you to build a to-do list on what you need to do each and every single day. And when you tick that box off, for one, don't just tick off boxes just to tick off boxes now. Right? When I was posting those reels, I genuinely believed that each reel I was putting out had what it takes to inspire and transform someone's life. Right? Give them some sort of value. Right? Whether it's at the time posting the aesthetic stuff to motivate people to do better, that's what I was posting at that time. But when it comes to the talking videos, I'm putting out my heart and my soul so someone on the other side of the screen can feel something. I was putting my effort and my energy into my content. So don't just tick off the boxes just to tick off the boxes. Make sure you're ticking off them with 100%. But know that with each and every single input that you put in, there is a direct correlation, there's a direct output that is on the other side, because God notices your hard work. He sees you putting in the hours. He sees you cultivating your ability, and trust me, He is going to bless you according to your ability. So if you're cultivating your ability each and every single day, He is going to bless you with a blessing that you've been praying for. I am telling you, get excited. Your blessing is on the way. In this season of stagnation, this war that you're in, where it comes to your flesh and your spirit, keep showing up for your spirit, because whichever one you feed is the one that wins. So if you feed your flesh on a day-to-day basis and you give into that, trust me, it's going to end up winning the battle, and you're not going to be where you want to be. But I'm telling you, you show up for your spirit. You show up for your spirit each and every single day. You do what you need to do each and every single day. You show up and put in the inputs even when you don't see the output every single day. It is only a matter of time before you wake up and you look around and you're in that Lambo. It's only a matter of time before you wake up, you look around and you have that successful business. It's only a matter of time when you wake up, you're not at Starbucks anymore, but you're in your dream life, doing what you always dreamt of doing, serving God the best way you can. I am telling you, you feel stuck right now, but on the other side of this is everything you ever wanted. So what you do today, it matters. It matters. Keep showing up for yourself, because I promise you, your blessing is on the other side.